We're in Gemünden in Upper Austria on the Trausee Lake to relate the history and also observe the production of the Frauscher Boatyard, founded in 1927. This is the ancient Frauscher port. Sailing here is done only via electrical propulsion, and it is said that the water is drinkable.
Da bere.
Their boats here are docked on the water and indoors. Some are very old.
Vecchissime.
My grandfather, Engelbert, he was born actually not far away from the place we are now building our boats. He was learning or he learned his business on a small lake very close to here, on Lake Wolfgang. And after his training here, he didn't find a job in this area, and so he moved to Vienna, where he founded his first small shipyard in 1927. There he was also a very famous boat builder for small wooden sailing and power boats. For example, his sailing boats were used at the Olympic Games in 1936. So at this age, he was also a hidden star, but his small shipyard was pumped out then in the Second World War. And as his shipyard was in this Russian section in Vienna, he decided to come back to his home country in Upper Austria. And there he founded again in 1945 his second shipyard. Actually we are still on the same place where he restarted it. That's in Gmunden on the Lake Trausee, we call it, where we have now a nice harbor. During the years then we had to change a little bit, and we are now in our new shipyard, which we have built just 5 years ago.
Over the course of the years, the models grew little by little in size, but continued to be produced in their territory of origin. And these are precisely the production premises. Let us go and see how they are built.
Come le costruiscono? Qui sono concentrate tutte.
This is where all the company's activities take place, from construction to sales to support up to the final inspection.
A brand is the core of every business. And since more than 90 years, we are doing the same. We have the same approach. My grandfather wanted to build perfect boats for special people, and so did my father and my uncle, and so we are doing. And this is creating the brand. Then special design. We like the design, we like the innovation. We want to build the highest quality possible, and then our company has a big family spirit, which is including our clients, our workers, and of course also our suppliers. And this is a big part of the success. The other hand is of course that we go to the places where our clients are. My friend and partner Mauro Feltrinelli on Lago di Garda, he's almost like a brother.
They produce electrical propulsion watercraft from 6 to 7.5 metres and from 7.5 to 14 metres with diesel or petrol engines.
Before we moved into this new shipyard some years ago, we did a 3 years training with Porsche to be able to produce the boats in a very quick and efficient way, and of course with higher quality and bigger profit. and this they call lean production, and this changed the whole production system. It's much easier for us now to be creative, to be innovative, and to use our space, what we have here, in the best way.
The production is industrial, but at the same time handcrafted, since Frauscher wants to set itself apart, not just with regard to design, but also its high-quality finishes.
Most customers actually visit the shipyard before and usually during their boat is built and have a look at the building process and also design with our engineering team the different details of the boat.
Each craft receives a work team who is responsible for entirely staging, looking after every detail up to its finishing touch, and then taking it to the test basin. The installations are assembled at Opencraft, which means the installations is simpler and better managed. The crafts are kept resting on the ground, and in order to work on the bottom, there is access to the cavity. This finishing with putty and subsequent painting, in this case even metallic, yields an excellent aesthetic outcome. They were precursors. Consider that in 1954 they were already producing an electrical propulsion boat. The craft at the time was in wood. In Frauscher's history, the sailboats too. Then more recently, in the 2000s, their new models were equipped not only with petrol and diesel propulsions, but also electric engines, with hybrid propulsions, and even ones running on hydrogen.
Persino idrogeno.
We have a huge tradition in building electric boats. This comes because on our lake the government stopped the power boating, especially in July and in August in the 1950s. So the first electric boats Frauscher was building was really in 1954, and since then we have built about 3,000 electric boats in our shipyard.
This is an electrical propulsion model. The lightness of the craft is preferred over its stability, since the speeds are reduced.
We think that electric boats are getting more and more interesting, and there will be a point in the future where even for clients on the sea or on bigger lakes, the electric boat will be an option.
On the electrical propulsion boats, the fuel tank is replaced by the battery pack, in this case of advanced automobile technology.
Obviously, Frauscher tries to use the most advanced battery technology available for their boats, and at the moment, in partnership with Torqeedo and BMW, we use the battery from the BMW i3 to power our electric boats.
Just as they built this success, I believe much depends on their style and also on the possibility of customizing the products, that is, building them according to the owner's preference, and even in very specific colours.
Molto particolari.
One of the key points why our clients buy a Frauscher is also the design of our boats. For us it is very important to have a very smooth, cool line. So we don't like to have a lot of she on the boat, so the line must speak for itself. And additionally, we want to give a very modern look, but having also this heritage which you are used maybe from the old hacker crafts or so, also in the boat. So not building just crazy modern boats. We think we can combine this heritage, this tradition, with the absolutely modern hull and modern design.
The Frauscher 1414 Demon was a great and unexpected success for us to sell now 25 boats in just over 2 years. Was not expected even in our keenest dreams. But we think that the boat is quite unique in the market. It has a lot of space in the interior, but still keeps a very sporty and low profile, and it also still drives like a sports boat.
The moulds are realised in northern Italy, whereas the rest of the parts are produced by companies in the area. They sanded it to perfection. It's smooth just like a baby's skin. And now we'll take it to the painting booth. Have you ever been to a place where you cannot see your shadow? This is the painting booth. This is where the boat's construction ends, in the test basin, where all the installations are tested before the shipment.
The main business at the moment is the powerboat business, and we are building about 80 boats a year. And especially for the market in Middle and in South Europe, but sometimes we also sell boats to Australia, to China, to the Arabian market, and in the last 2 years especially also to the United States.
In recent years, the company's sales volume has grown considerably thanks to the larger models. Frauscher realised the 14.4 Demon flagship, which is interesting under every aspect, from the interior's cover to its sailing abilities. It could be stated that over time we witnessed a progressive transformation of the boatyard and of its products, from its motorboats for internal waters to its large motorboats, even for the deep sea sailing.
Obviously, and that is a joke many of our clients and dealers make a lot, is Frauscher is a company from Austria, and Austria isn't part of the sea, so we need to give our clients the possibility to try our boats not only on the lake but also on bigger lakes and also on the sea, of course. And that's why we offer the possibility to try the whole range of our power boats, not only on Lago di Garda but also in Mallorca, where we have our own test center, and in the future even in Saint-Tropez, where we'll open a second one.
You know, there is not the perfect boat on the world. It's just the perfect boat for the right location. And so some of our clients, they have a small electric boat on one of our lakes, and additionally a power boat maybe in Italy or in France or in Mallorca. There's really space for more than one Frauscher boat for one owner.
We have seen Frauscher, a boatyard which originated in the Austrian mountains of 1927 and that has become today an internationally renowned brand for its elegance, style and quality of its motorboats.
Every boat which is carrying my name will be treated and serviced as good as possible, because I'm so proud of it.
Building boats in your home area on a such nice place like that with enthusiastic boat builders as well, I guess, and I know I have one of the best jobs in the world, and I appreciate it every day.